Hello traders, welcome to my weekly forex analysis. Last week we said we expect the euro to push higher and price really push higher to our direction. And we also said we expect the British pounds to also break above this the current swing and price also break above that current swing, guys. So this week we'll be breaking down again the current weekly analysis for the week, and we should be looking at our usual pair, which are our major currency, the Euro USD, British Pounds USD, Australia USD, USDJPY, the dollar index, and gold. So before we do that, if you are new to this channel, you are welcome. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. So let's dive deep to the analysis for us to know where we expect price to go this week. So let's get started. So we're starting with the British Pounds USD. Last week we said we expect the British Pounds USD to break above this high and price break above that particular high. Then this week we expect price to retest this zone before we look out to a possible buying opportunity for the British Pounds USD. British Pounds USD need to complete this structure so long price break this high. So we expect price to move back to this zone for us to look for our possible buying opportunity on the British Pounds USD. But our selling scenario for the British Pounds USD, we're looking for price to break this low before we look at our selling scenario for the British Pounds USD. But this week we'll be looking for a buying opportunity on the British Pounds USD. So long price that break above this resistance level, we'll be looking for a buying opportunity from this support level this week to this next resistance level on the British Pounds USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Euro USD. Euro USD on my daily chart still remain uptrend. So long we have this uptrend structure on the Euro USD, which is we have a lower low, then we have a higher low, we have a higher low, we have a higher low. So long we have this series of higher low, we still expect Euro USD to continue to push higher. But for buying opportunity, we're expecting price to retrace back to this support level before we see further push to this next resistance level on the Euro USD. So our main aim this week will be waiting for price to reverse back to this support level before we look for any possible buying opportunity. For our selling scenario, we'll be looking for is a break of price below this support level, which is a higher low, before we look at a possible selling opportunity on the Euro USD. So our scenario for this week for Euro USD still remain on the uptrend. So we're looking for possible buying opportunity for this zone. We're looking for possible buying opportunity from this zone this week for the Euro USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the dollar index. The dollar index on my daily chart still remain downtrend. So long as we have this downtrend structure on my daily chart, we expect the dollar index to continue to push lower, which is we have a higher high, then we have a lower high, we have a lower high, we have a lower high, we have a lower high. So long we have this series of lower highs and price close on this support level, we expect price to retrace back to this resistance level before we see further push for the dollar index to the downside. So price must retest this zone. Price must retest this daily zone before we look at any possible selling opportunity on the dollar index, because our structure for dollar index remain on a downtrend. But for our buying scenario, we expect price to break above this. We expect price to break above this high before we look at possible buying opportunity for the dollar index. So the dollar index this week still remain on a downtrend this week. We expect more downtrend this week on the dollar index from this resistance level on the daily chart. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Australia USD. Australia USD on my daily chart see have a downtrend structure. Before we can see, we expect a change of price. We expect price to break above this high before we see possible change of trend on Australia USD. So long Australia USD still have a higher high, then we have a lower high, then we have a lower high, then we have a lower high. We still remain downtrend on Australia USD. So we still expect price to push lower for the Australia USD this week. But we are expecting price to push lower for the Australia USD this week, where we're taking our entry from the 4-hour chart if the 4-hour chart structure changed to a downtrend. So last week price refused to change to downtrend on the 4-hour chart, so we never see any possible area for selling the Australia USD. But this week, hopefully, we might see area where we can sell the Australia USD to the downside. But our buying scenario for the Australia USD, we expect price to break above this high, where we expect a retest, then for look out to possible buying opportunity for the Australia USD. So this week, we are still looking for a selling opportunity on the Australia USD. So long price remain inside this level, we expect a selling opportunity for the Australia USD this week. So let's look at our next pair, which is the gold USD. Gold USD on my daily chart still remain uptrend. The momentum for the gold USD on the daily chart still remain very strong for bullish move. We still expect price to continue to push higher for the gold USD this week. We expect price to do a retest of this zone before we see possible push higher for the gold USD. Because you can see from my chart, we see expect you see have a series of higher lows. So long we have a series of higher low on gold USD will continue to push higher this week. We expect a buying opportunity from this zone with a price zone setup. Then we also expect a buying opportunity from this zone. So these are the level we are waiting for price to retest before we look at a possible buying opportunity on the gold USD. So gold USD on my daily chart still remain very bullish in uptrend. So we see expect a strong bullish move for the gold USD this coming week, except we see price for our selling scenario, except we see price pushing lower, where we see price going lower and break this higher low, then people can start looking for a selling opportunity for the gold USD. So long gold USD see have a series of higher low, we see expect price to continue to push higher for the gold USD. So let's look at our next pair, which is the USDJPY. USDJPY on my daily chart still have a downtrend structure. So long we have this downtrend structure on the USDJPY, you expect we have a higher high, we have a lower 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 high. So long we have this series of lower high, we expect the USDJPY to continue to push lower. But before we can look for further selling opportunity of the USDJPY, we expect price to move to this next zone, which is this level. So price might retest this zone for see further price pushing lower for the USDJPY. But for our buying scenario, we're expecting price to break above this high. Expect price to break above this high before look for possible buy scenario for the USDJPY. But this week, our scenario for we see have a downtrend structure. Then we're looking for a selling opportunity on the USDJPY. So we need to complete this structure on the USDJPY, which is this support level. But the selling opportunity must come from what? A resistance zone on this daily resistance zone, which also is a weekly resistance zone. Because look out for selling opportunity on the USDJPY. If you find this analysis helpful, like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in my next